when I hear cryptocurrency, is it different, or they come together? Cryptocurrency. Because I'm sorry, I'm just really innocent about this. Good evening, everyone, and I am Equivias once again, and welcome back to Tuesday Sessions, where we invite esteemed guests from different industries and talk about interesting topics we think everyone would enjoy. Our guests for tonight are none other than Mr. Gelo Wong and Paul Soliman. Gelo is the CEO of Bayani Chain, and Paul is the CTO of Bayani Chain. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chris.
All right. Guys, tell us something more about Bayani Chain and what you guys do.
Yeah, so on my end, yes, I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Bayani Chain. And what I do is normally I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I've had several businesses in the past.
Wow. All right.
But right now, I'm focusing on cryptocurrency and Bayani Chain. So just to give you a brief background, Bayani Chain is a blockchain company that aims to accelerate decentralization and digital asset adoption, which we'll talk about later.
Wow. That's already heavy. Paul.
Yeah, so I'm Paul Soliman. So I'm a technopreneur, and a startup guy as well. So I have 3 other startups, but I'm focusing now in Bayani Chain, of course, to help, of course, our country to really have the real deal in terms of blockchain, NFT, and cryptocurrency.
All right. I can't wait to dive into this, guys. I'm really quite have an innocent mind and a virgin mind when it comes to this topic. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. But before diving into Bayani Chain, can you guys tell us more about the space or the crypto and NFTs in general?
Yeah, so I think I can answer that. So for cryptocurrency and NFTs, so in the cryptocurrency space, since 2018, it's been booming, exponentially. So it's a very, very impressive statistic right now, especially for Filipinos. So even here in the Philippines,
Since 2018.
yeah, so since 2018.
Okay.
But ultimately, the biggest boom happened during the pandemic. So remember when the pandemic hit during March 2020, all of the stocks and cryptocurrency crashed. From there on, it really zoomed up and really,
So prior to the pandemic,
it was
it
pretty...
crashed.
Yeah, it
Before the
crashed
pandemic
hard.
or after?
Before.
Before, okay.
Yeah, pre-pandemic, it's not really, you cannot believe what it is now. Before the pandemic
Wow.
or pre-pandemic, so it's really fueled by everyone now is being online, etc. So
Yeah, because everyone's in their
yeah,
on their phones, in their laptops, or yeah. So, but crypto. When I hear cryptocurrency, is it different? Or they come together? Cryptocurrency. Because I'm sorry, I'm just really innocent about this.
Right.
I'm an ignorant.
so yeah, I think well, it's two different words in a way since the root word is crypto, which is cryptographic.
All right.
So of course we cannot talk about crypto without discussing the blockchain, which is the tech behind it, right? So
Okay.
blockchain is a decentralized technology that in a way, because I'm a tech guy, I can explain it like a database. You're familiar with a database, right?
Right.
So
Of course.
it's like a simple database, but this is not centralized, meaning there's no one owning it, there's no one controlling it. So it's really based on community. And when Bitcoin was started, I think it was
That was the first one. Was it the first one?
Bitcoin was the first one who
Cryptocurrency,
really,
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Who really utilizes the blockchain in a way that it became mainstream. But blockchain is like I think since 1990s. If the technology was born that time. But of course, it was never used. I think like what we're really having right now.
Seeing right now.
Yeah, or seeing
Right.
right now. So so that's cryptographic. It came from that word. Then currency, because it's now a currency. meaning you can, whatever currency you can.
It's used for trade.
It's used for
for
trade.
exchange.
It's used for exchange. Everything.
Wow.
Buy food, buy whatever.
Wow. Yeah, just hearing you talk about it, it's still very overwhelming to me because I'm really not used to it. But then I still haven't wrapped my head around crypto. Here comes NFTs,
Yeah.
which I'm even forgetting right now what it stands for. What are NFTs?
Yeah, so
Gentlemen.
NFTs are non-fungible tokens.
Okay.
So meaning by non-fungible tokens, once you create one of these supposed tokens, or right now it's pretty common kasi yung artwork
Right.
as an NFT, right? You cannot make a duplicate anymore.
Yes.
So unlike, in the real world, you can print 1,000,000 copies and it would still be, you can keep on producing it no matter what. But a non-fungible token, on the other hand, is you cannot make the same duplicate.
It's unique.
anymore.
It's a one of a kind.
Correct.
Right?
It's unique. It's a unique asset,
Yeah.
and that's what holds its value.
And then you mentioned that right now I've been seeing that it's applied to artwork, but can you have other NFTs aside from artwork,
Yes.
or
Yep.
like what are the other NFTs?
Sure.
Like okay.
Yeah, technically NFT, the technology, behind it, of course, it's still
You guys have to
blockchain.
be patient with me
Yeah.
because
No problem,
this is
no
really
problem.
something
Yeah.
totally new, a different realm
Yeah.
on my end.
Yeah, it's still, of course, on blockchain, on chain. Now, NFT is really composed of the metadata that is inside that. So, if I'm
Alright.
gonna use layman term, like a non-fungible token, as Gelo mentioned, it's one of one. It's really
Yeah.
unique,
Unique.
right? And it's being unique because everything that is minted or uploaded, like let's say in the blockchain, has its unique metadata.
Yeah. Is it
So-
like the binary code or something?
Yeah, it's something like that. But
Mhm.
let's say, for example, it's I uploaded let's say a PDF file
Okay.
that has a land title, for example. So technically, it will create a unique contract for that land title
Okay.
that of course can never be duplicated. So that's like other use case, aside from art.
I'm afraid to ask this next question because I don't wanna sound silly, but of course it can be duplicated again, right? If this is digital artwork, you can create something like that again.
Right.
But how does that become non-fungible then? Or is it the metadata that you're talking about that's very unique to it, like it's the code that's in it, that's particular piece?
Yeah, it's really about the contract.
Okay.
So
the
smart contract, yeah. So I think we need to discuss smart contracts. So
Okay.
Let's go through it.
Yeah, and maybe I can understand it more
Yeah.
because of my profession.
yes. I know Professor, a lawyer.
Yeah.
That, let's say, for example, we created a contract, like a deed of sale.
Okay.
So usually, a deed of sale is an agreement.
An agreement
between
or of a
you and me,
transaction,
right?
yeah, between
Like
two parties,
the prices, etc.
right? Mm-hmm.
So what do you do in the contract? Technically, you go to the notary public
Yeah.
to say that this is gonna be published or whatever,
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
and it has a stamp of an attorney that
Yeah.
says it validates that this contract is legit, etc.
Yeah.
So smart contract is something like that, but
Okay.
we're just uploading it in the blockchain so it can be immutable. So when we say immutable, so there are two.
I was gonna go there.
Yeah. so if I uploaded the price, let's say for example of this particular contract, which says that you bought my house, so technically if that amount is like 5 million peso, for example,
Yeah.
it cannot, since it's inside the contract, we need to, both ends need to agree, and also the validators inside the blockchain.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, if you want to amend something on the contract, you need to amend everything. You need to amend the
Yeah.
chains.
And that's okay.
So that's
That makes it really the
immutable.
unique,
Yeah.
the unique character of that particular piece.
Yeah.
No? Wow. Okay, that's really deep. it's not, well, probably in your circle it's mainstream, but I'm sure a lot of our audience are still very much not yet as familiar with this, no. But we know that it's really a booming thing right now. So, given we have this cryptocurrencies and the NFTs, The next question is, which is actually, I think, in everybody's minds right now, is this a good place to invest in?
Yeah. So
Yes, Gelo.
before I say anything, it's not financial advice. Whatever I say
There's the
here,
waiver.
right? Um, do your own research. Those are the lines that normally when people ask
course.
us that's the first thing we say. But for us, it's really about it depends. It's very subjective if it's a good investment for a person. So it's important that you assess the pros and cons between cryptocurrencies and other investments and see if it fits best for you. So normally cryptocurrency is very high risk. So it's high risk, high reward.
High
So
risk, high reward. Okay.
it depends on
No
where you-
guts, no glory.
right.
Yeah.
And it really depends on the person, on how they feel about it, like what's their take. And that's why on our end, ultimately our goal is not to force people to use it, but rather to apply it in real world situations so that it gets adopted better and so that people further understand the use cases of crypto and NFTs.
All right. So is it a good place to invest in?
Uh,
Subjective. It
for
depends.
us,
Yeah.
obviously,
Obviously.
yes.
Yeah.
But for other people, it may be a no, because sometimes sometimes people lose a lot of money as well in this space.
Okay. I'm just gonna put some metrics into it. No.
Right.
If I have 10 eggs in a basket, what do you think is for a beginner like me, if I want to invest in this kind of platforms or this kind of investments, what's the percentage of my basket that you feel is good to put in cryptocurrency or NFTs?
Normally it's 20%.
20%.
10 to 20%.
Wow.
But-
That's very sizable.
But there are some billionaires, like for example, Mark Cuban. He says that he's only invested 5 to 7% of his net worth. Although he's a billionaire, so it's so easy for him on his end, right? But
Let's put it
um,
to. I can't even say that for myself.
But it's really how comfortable you are.
Yeah.
When you put money into crypto, you have to consider it as something that, it's not going to, you have to expect that it's not, how do I say this? Parang it's not going to,
It's really about risk appetite. Right?
yeah, risk appetite.
I mean, if you can,
And I think is it safe to say that I should know a working knowledge of
Definitely.
of these kinds of
Yeah.
the most
investments, right?
important thing with getting into cryptos and NFTs is research.
Right.
Research is the most important thing, because
reading
if you
white
don't
papers, etc.
if you don't
Correct.
research about what you're investing in, you could end up getting scammed, or along the process, something may go wrong. So it's important, before you even put money in, you have to understand how it works. You have to understand
Definitely.
the process.
And I think it goes with all kinds of investments. But
yes.
since this is a newer type of investment, I think before really diving into it, I think this is a good place to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Chris, I want to add on that. I mean, this is like the other extreme. I mean, if I want to answer that. So, difference between, the normal instrument,
Right.
like banking, etc., derivatives, versus investing to crypto and NFT, it's really a tech game. When I say tech game,
It's
it's
a tech
digital.
game.
Yeah. It's really
Okay.
digital. So, so because of course I'm a tech guy, and I love reading stuff and sci-fi stuff, right? So, let's say for example, the metaverse, right? If you want to, so technically, if you have Rolex in the real world,
Okay.
then right, then some other guys, like the Board 8 Yacht Club, which is like for me at least the OG of NFTs in a way that
Board Ape.
yeah.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
So I think it's around $300 million, etc., or more.
Wow.
So of course, if you're in the metaverse and you can already utilize these things, and we all transition to what we call in a way the digital economy. So what happened there is, of course, if you don't invest in the cryptocurrency and NFT,
Mm-hmm.
then it happened. So at the end of the day, there's no value anymore in the physical world. And if singularity happened, which is, we call it the AI God, what will happen there is we're gonna be adapting to that particular level of human evolution.
I'm I'm just scared about everything you said. I feel like I should really get into it. But if you don't mind me asking, how old are you guys?
I'm
Yeah, I'm 19.
What?
Yeah.
And
so
Paul,
I'm 31.
no, I'm just trying to gauge, like, because I'm 40. And
Right.
what's your experience with the people of my age, or in the late 30s or in the 40s? How are they receiving this, or getting into this?
They're pretty open to it, to be honest.
Right.
Even my own parents, some relatives, even friends of ours, our advisors. Some of our advisors are, 40, 45, 50.
Wow. Okay.
So they're really interested because they understand that this is also the future. They see
Yeah.
it everywhere. They see it wherever they go.
That's it. Actually, that's what makes me really want to get into it. It's just that I haven't, but I know that this is the future. And in fact, my friend started getting into it last year with crypto. And I was telling a friend a while ago that we were supposed to get into it, but I just didn't push through because I don't have that knowledge, that working knowledge, and it's something I'm fearful of it.
Yeah.
No, but seeing you guys talk about it so casually and kind of just gives me some confidence into it, right? So, all right. So, can you? I hear about this Project LIKHA. Can you tell us more about what Project LIKHA is?
Yeah, so Likha is basically our Filipino-led NFT marketplace.
Filipino-led
NFT
Filipino-led.
marketplace.
Okay.
So, we're a group of Filipinos, right? Building this Likha platform. And ultimately, our goal is to bridge traditional investors, traditional artists into this space,
Oh,
helping them
wow.
migrate there.
Okay.
So on top of that, what we ultimately want to do is we want to bring real-world value to NFTs. So right now, it's very famously known for art, right?
Yeah.
But NFTs go beyond that. It can be land titles, deed of sales, diplomas, business documents. Can be even discounts and perks to certain brands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Basically, maybe everything, right?
Yeah, basically
Okay.
everything. And the beauty of it is that it's a proof of ownership that anyone can check. Anyone in the world can see
Verify.
like who owns it, right?
Mhm.
And on top of that, there's no one
That's
leader.
very important
Yeah,
in giving value to
Yep.
to anything, right?
definitely.
It's verifiability. Yeah.
Yeah. And on top of that, there's no one person controlling it, right? There's no one person approving it. The beauty
I keep on
yeah.
hearing about the control factor, the control element that is one of the good things about crypto and NFTs. Sorry, but we have to go back.
Yeah.
Tell me something more about this thing.
Sure. So technically, of course, cryptocurrency was born out of that. I mean, because it's decentralized, so it's even the founder Satoshi Nakamoto is like nothing. You cannot see him, right?
Yeah.
So we
I
don't
read an
know
article,
him.
yeah.
And then of course came Ethereum. That is also, but of course we know Vitalik, which is a real person now. But at the end of the day, they created a smart contracts for us to be able to like put more utility on the blockchain because
Okay.
Bitcoin doesn't have that. So but in terms of control, even Ethereum that is not really super anonymous, based their movement, based their direction, the goal to the community from the
Okay.
community. So whatever is happening there, it's being controlled by the community. So there's no one person deciding at all.
Yeah. So can I do
Yeah,
a case
please,
study
please,
right
yeah.
now? So right now we're a group of 3, including some of the cameramen here and some of our
Okay.
friends. So let's assume we're 10 in the room, right? So let's say I want to send you Bitcoin.
Okay.
So normally, in a traditional manner, I have to go through Paul, who is the person
middleman.
the middleman, and then send it to you to get
Mhm.
approved.
Mm-hmm.
But with cryptocurrency, with decentralization, and with blockchain, I can send that directly to you.
Go direct.
But the people
Okay.
that approve it is everyone in the room.
Yeah.
So each
Without
person,
even passing through them. It's just verified and approved by everybody.
So the authenticity needs to be verified by
Okay.
everyone, but you don't need to know who they are.
yeah,
Oh.
It's like a checklist,
It's an anonymous
right?
party. Okay.
it's actually everyone that uses the
That-
token. Yeah, everything.
The token.
Everything. So it's basically all of them having a checklist. Okay, approve, each person,
Wow.
including us.
But
ourselves.
the consensus are still, evolving. Of course, that's another topic because there are different.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure we're not covering a lot of the other things.
Yeah, but that's it. It's
concerning
really,
crypto
It's really
and-
the consensus between the validators, the sender, and the receiver.
Okay. All right. I will really try to digest everything in. But at the current situation, what's the reception of the Filipinos in general, especially that you've created Project LIKHA? What's the general consensus or reception of everybody here in the Philippines with
Right.
respect to crypto
Right.
and NFTs?
So I want to share to you guys a statistic. So
Mm-hmm.
the global leading crypto wallet, MetaMask,
It's us.
Global.
leading
Okay.
global leading crypto wallet. So
Okay.
they're the number one crypto wallet. If you think of normally, if a crypto person thinks of a crypto wallet, it would be MetaMask.
Okay.
So MetaMask just announced that there are 3.57 million users here in the Philippines alone.
And we're number
And-
one.
3.57 million users?
Yeah.
And we outnumber United States, United Kingdom, China, and all of the other countries. We're number one. So if we're talking about how do people here in the Philippines feel about crypto,
Wow.
I think that says a lot.
That's I mean, if
This is up-to-date data.
Yes,
Like
Yes.
information.
they just announced that last week. So
Wow.
we've had over
That really speaks a lot, no?
yeah,
about
over 20 to 25x active user growth since June 2020.
since pandemic.
Even
since
during
last
the pandemic,
year, June.
June 2020.
That was the time when I was supposed to get into it. During that time, but yeah.
It's alright.
It's still early.
Way too early.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because I really feel like I'm so late already into the game.
I'll give you another statistic. So actually, the entire crypto market is just as valuable as Microsoft and half of Apple. Think of it that way. So imagine it's just 1.5 company. That's the value of cryptocurrency right now, as a
Yeah.
whole.
Wow.
And also in terms of like what it is today in the Philippines at least is because of Axie. So we're always hearing the word Axie,
Yes, I am.
P2E,
And-
later, etc. So I think they're contributing a lot in the space.
Yeah.
So just to give you context, Axie Infinity is a play-to-earn game. It uses NFT and blockchain tech. But yeah, you basically play games
Okay.
and then you earn money passively. Not passively
how?
since you're playing.
You know, sige, again, like, so you play a game and then you earn from it?
Yeah, so
How
it's
does that happen?
economics.
Yeah. So in the crypto and NFT world, we have what we call the tokenomics, which
Okay.
is like our economics in a way, right? So of course we know that crypto is deflationary in a way. In terms of economics, of course I mean, if I bought pizza before Bitcoin, I think 1,000 or 10,000 Bitcoin can just buy 4 pizzas.
Right.
Now,
I heard that, I think that it was used to pay for pizza, right?
Yeah.
Before,
Yeah.
and that would have been the most expensive pizza right now, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's deflationary because at the end of the day, 4 or 5 years from now, you can buy pizza for like 0.0000
Exactly.
cryptocurrency, whatever is that. So how it will connect to to the P2E? So at the end of the day, because it's acceptable now that this wallet, like in Axie we call that the SLP or Smooth Lab Function,
Yeah.
has a value already, right? And if you play, of course, you will get SLP, and that SLP has an exchange
Okay. All right.
that can be exchanged.
Can be used.
Yes.
Yeah.
to
For
to
trade.
Like, for trade. So technically, there is a value.
Yeah. There is a
And
value.
because-
It's currency.
and because it's
Wow, that's amazing.
deflationary in a way.
In just a very short span of time, this has all happened, no?
Yeah, it's very quick here.
Yeah. Okay. maybe I'm going to the final leg of my questions, but with the steady rise of crypto, can you give us your projections in the next probably medium term, in the next 3 to 5 years of this? I know that you've said a little bit something more about that, but what do you think is the trajectory or the projection in the medium term?
Right. So for me, locally, let's talk about the Philippines first. So locally, I believe that there will be hundreds, if not thousands, of crypto startups 2 to 5 years from now, trying to venture into Web 3.0. So just to give you context, Web 1.0 is the first generation of the internet, and then Web
That's me.
2.0. Web 2.0 is like the social media frenzy. So that's
Okay.
Instagram, Facebook, and all these other applications. Web 3.0 is more of the decentralized network side of things. So really, I believe we're getting there already. There's actually a company here in the Philippines that just raised over $10 million
Wow.
for their cryptocurrency company, which is making NFTs for play-to-earn games. So it's just as simple as that, and it's really doing very, very impressive.
I think in terms of like prediction on the prices, or if like this, I mean, we cannot. I mean, at
There's
the end
no
of the
way.
day, we're still crying now because it's still on the bear market and we invested a lot, right? But it's really so the way to like, I mean, statistically, because NFT now is the back is now be so technically when crypto started, so there was no NFT. At the
Right.
end of the day, there was no usage.
NFT just happened last year, or was it even before that? Even
It's
before the
even
pandemic?
before, yeah.
Okay.
But like the adoption, because it's happening already and
Mhm.
more people is adopting it. But NFT nowadays are really the one who's carrying the burden of the crypto market.
Okay.
So if you will see, I think 2016 to 2017, 2018, there was a crash and there's no rebound.
Okay.
So that's why people are in a way saying that this is are all scam because it's not working, blah blah
Mhm.
blah. But now there is a complete use case, which is NFT for
Yeah.
your cryptocurrency.
Okay. I got that. I got that bridge over there with crypto and NFTs. That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess you guys are giving me a lot of confidence to get into it finally. I think I needed this session really
Right.
to as a wake up call, and I don't want to be left in the game. But thank you so much for all of that knowledge that you have imparted to us tonight. And I guess it's really up to us. It's really up to us to do our research, to have
Right.
that confidence and the guts to really get into it, right?
Right.
All right, with everything that we've talked about, that's really a lot to take in, but you guys have bridged the gap, really, and I'm really, really thankful for it. But Paul, you're a JCI Manila member, and I see you're wearing the jacket. No, I don't have that one. I'm going to ask for that one. But how has JCI Manila been for you so far as a member?
Yeah, I mean, GM Manila is so helpful in terms of building my character as a person, and
Wow,
also
yeah.
I mean, that's the goal. That's the goal of joining the chapter and also giving back to the community. But aside from that, you're gonna meet like new friends.
Definitely.
That will be your business partner. That you don't know that they're also in the space. But again, because we're in one chapter, we trust each other.
Yeah.
Like in a Silicon Valley startup thing.
There's that
right?
nexus
Yeah.
of trust and relationship, right?
So we built actually. So Likha and Bayani chain was built because
Oh,
we're so Nico Ke, Alexander Brian Go are
Nico,
of course
yes.
my JCI brothers or JCI brothers. Then we have plans. Then technically Gelo, which was was recommended by Alex, that is a genius in crypto and NFT. So that's how we started.
yeah. And a real genius at that, huh? Yeah, and well, we can't wait for you to be a part of us, Gelo. All right,
Soon.
I'm gonna look for you, huh?
Yeah.
So, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank
you
you,
so
Gelo and Paul. It's really been wonderful. I've learned a lot, and I'm sure I'm gonna review this session again for my research and working knowledge of crypto and NFTs. With that, we would like to thank our sponsors for tonight's session, Madcap, ContractWorld Furniture, and Honda Cars Greenhills for the venue, setup, and studio production. This is Equivias once again. Join us next week for another episode of the Tuesday Sessions. Keep on serving.